Hey, it's Fixito Mark. It's 8:40 a.m. on Tuesday, August 16, 2022, and I want to show you the latest stuff that I got. First, I want to kind of explain why my last video ended abruptly. Um, I had a problem recently with my computer where if I open a browser, or if I opened like sites on my browser that had like embedded videos or anything like that, it could eat up the disk space. So the reason that the stream ended abruptly was because my disk space had gone down to zero. Yeah. I think I've got the problem fixed because I freed up a bunch of hard drive space, or solid state drive space in my case. And it had to do an update. Like it had to download a bunch of updates and did one and then did another. And I think the problem's fixed now. I mean, my hard drive, my disk space keeps fluctuating up and down like a gig or two at a time every time that I turn it on. But I think the problem's taken care of. But anyway, I want to show you what I got. I actually got this in the mail 3 days ago. I just haven't done a video on it yet, but I'm pretty sure that the post office dropped it off in this bag just because it might have been raining. It's been raining a bit in this area recently. Well, it's summer, and it's Florida, so of course it's raining. But anyway, so let's open this up. It is, I'll tell you what it is right now, actually. Veronica Double Digest. It's issue number 160. Came out in 2008, I believe. I used to have it, but I got rid of a bunch of my digests years ago because I just didn't have the space for it. So I donated a bunch of them to a thrift store. I wish I had gone through them more carefully and checked each of them before I gave them away. But I mean, I could always just reorder the specific ones that I want. And the reason I actually got this one at all, I mean, I have a digital collection that includes the new lead story in this digest, but I noticed something odd about it while I was reading it. I don't know if I can get this thing open. Come on. All right. Guys, behave yourselves. Anyway, so here it is. This issue's like it's kind of like it serves as a recap of Cheryl Blossom's history in Archie Comics. She's basically giving an interview for the school newspaper and telling the story of her life. Hey, Donald, thanks for joining me. And so she kind of recaps major events that had occurred previously in a very simplified form. It's clear that they were kind of glossing over certain things, but anyway, what I noticed was strange though, in the digital collection was I seem to have a vague memory of when she gets to a point where she's talking about her initial return to Riverdale. That was done at the very end of the Love Showdown storyline in 1994. He just appeared at the end of the storyline and came back to Riverdale after, like, I don't know, around a 10-year absence or something. I seem to recall seeing the actual Love Showdown logo in, like, they used it in the panel, but in the digital reprint, I see that there's just a big paragraph of text that kind of explains what the Love Showdown was about. So I'm wondering if I'm remembering it accurately, or and they removed the logo and replaced it with text, or if I'm just remembering that from a different story. But anyway, let's look at it. Oh, there's one more. Okay. So yeah, and this came out, cover data June 2008. So this is like 8 years, a little over 8 years after her solo series ended, which was, it was cover data in March of 2001. So you got the Who Is Cheryl Blossom title. Okay, yeah, no, I must be remembering it wrong, because it did in the reprint, as far as I can tell. Actually, let me open it up just to be sure. This return of Cheryl does not look anything like it did in the Love Showdown storyline, by the way. What happened was Betty and Veronica had decided to duel over Archie by having a super soaker fight in the park. And then Cheryl showed back up, and they accidentally ended up spraying her with water. Yeah, this is nothing like that, other than being outside. So, and the outfits are completely different. I mean, Betty and Veronica got, like, glammed up for this super soaker fight. So yeah. So apparently I didn't need to buy this, but it's nice to have a physical copy anyway. And the next few issues after this is like a Cheryl storyline where she's looking for a new boyfriend or something. So I might get those as well eventually. My Kindle for PC program will open up. Takes a while. But yeah, while I'm waiting for that to happen, did anyone hear that apparently Riverdale and Pretty Little Liars now share the same universe? Yeah, there's a new Pretty Little Liars series on HBO Max, and in episode 6, someone mentions the character had been sent to the Sisters of Quiet Mercy in Riverdale. So that's pretty that's something. I have 2 Cheryl Blossom collections. Let me see which one that was. Okay, it's this one. Okay. Yeah, so I just completely misremembered it. I mean, I got the fiscal issue just to be sure, because you never know with Archie reprints. They tend to alter things sometimes. Sometimes there's like really no really apparent reason why. Um, okay, one example. Years ago, like back in like 2000s, maybe the early 2010s, I'd gone one of the floppy, 32-page comics. It was probably Betty and Veronica or one of those. I don't know. And also a digest. Fairly close proximity to each other, I think. I don't know how far apart that they were. Same story, wasn't both. But the the one difference, there was a difference that I spotted, was Veronica's car. Uh, the roof was up in one story and it was down in the other. I'm not joking. Seriously. This is like you saw them, you saw an overhead shot of them driving. You saw their heads in one um, in one printing where it's a convertible, the top's down, and then the other there's a roof. That's the only difference as far as I could tell. But it was the same exact story. I don't know why they did that. Was there just some kind of artwork variation and they printed a different version by mistake, or did they, I don't know, want to give someone something to do to get a bit of extra money, so they had them draw a roof on the car? I don't know what the deal was. Anyway, but yeah, so that's that. And other than that, just been watching stuff on TV, um, writing fanfics, writing on my blog. Um, what is the cocoa, honey? Anyway, so that's it. Thanks for joining me, and it's 8:54 a.m. and thanks for watching.